A pleasure to meet y'all at last, and welcome back to Nerf Secrets Revealed. What I'd like to go through today, here in this installment of the series, is that I officially have marked down some plans of mine to create not one, but two theme songs that will officially become a permanent part of the series from this point forward. Though, unfortunately, talking about theme songs that I want to produce for this series actually does bring me forward to a future project that I do intend to start within this time, up until I'd say at least June. And of course, there's going to be lots of spoilers ahead, so if you don't feel like listening to any parts of it that might seem more like a spoiler to you than a piece of knowledge that you'd want to keep with you for the rest of your natural life, I'd suggest that you would mute the volume here on this video, click away from the video, or of course just cover your ears, use earplugs, whatever you got on you that you can use to just silence any noise for good. And so here we go. You've been warned. Now, the reason why I intend to actually produce not one but two theme songs is because, of course, with millions of different television shows and movies, there's always at least a theme song in it. But, of course, there's hardly been any case that we've had so far over the last 100 years in American cinema that we've had two theme songs. And of course, there have been sub-movies and television shows that I've seen within the last 55 years or so that have had one theme song and have had a second version of the theme song. They would have been considered remixes, or they would have been considered covers that were done by other artists and bands. But this is a whole new scale that I am building up. Two theme songs. Not one theme song with a remix version, not one song with a cover done by someone else. It will be two theme songs. And with all that being said, I actually feel excited to actually get started on this endeavor of a project right away. But, of course, like I've said before, it actually does take me to another future project that I do intend to have released somewhere this summer. And, of course, if you're wanting to find out about that, I might as well just have myself another vlog about it. So, you can just wait on that. And anyways, though, two theme songs would really become a whole new scale of any kind of craft that anybody's ever achieved or has ever done, perfected, in any way possible. On each and any movie and television show that we've seen across our entire lifespan so far, we have managed to have at least one theme song get stuck in our head every time we seem to watch these movies or television shows. One theme song was part of each soundtrack to any of these shows and movies. And of course, the fact is that with two theme songs, I could have myself twice the value to my series. Because, as I've stated in the last episode of Nerf Secrets Revealed, of which that I've discussed about the origin of the series itself, which goes way back further than 2013, and how I've had myself such enormous view counts on some of my earliest of episodes possible on any video on my channel that I've ever had so far. But nowadays, as I've said in the last episode, there could be one point in time where I would actually be able to have myself a lot of views on a more recent episode, rather than one that has been considered older. And from this point on, I do intend to try to think of whatever I can find to really put into my series and to try to make it work to the best of my ability. This way I can ensure that if anything happens ever to which that any videos of mine in this series or anything else on my channel indubitably becomes viral, then I know I can give myself more than just a pat on the back or even just treat myself to whatever I can have. Because, of course, hard work can actually pay off. Even if it's the hardest to work, and even if it seems like the smallest of view counts, subscribers that you'd earn from these videos, in particular, I'd still feel grateful for the fact that I always feel that I've done a job well done. And I think now you can go ahead and unmute. You can go ahead and just listen on in to what anything else I have to say before I have to close off for this episode. So now that I have that part out of the way, I would be more inclined to say that now I feel like I'm actually going to be pushing myself even further. Because the series itself has been lacking view counts, unlike those that you've seen from seasons 1 through 3. Season 4 has even had a few view counts of their own, but yet they're not at all as popular or as frequent in terms of watch hours or view counts by the likes of which that you've ever seen throughout this whole series. But now that I'm taking on such a project like what I've just discussed a few minutes back, I really feel like I am going to anticipate more and more than what I bargained for. And right now I feel like that's probably enough for right now, because giving out spoilers and the like is actually going to be a bit tougher than I thought it would be. And now, if you want to see more go down on my channel, you can stay tuned for more. Make sure that you like, subscribe, comment, follow me on social media, and stay on the Hollywood side.